Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Kat. Currently, I'm working as a staff accountant at one of the big four firms, and in today's video, I want to share how you can fast track your CPA journey through an accredited university program. Specifically, I want to highlight the University of Toronto GDiPA program. Now, before we even dive into the logistics of it, I think it's important to define what the CPA is, even for the accounting people that are watching today, because not gonna lie, when I was a student pursuing my accounting specialization in university, I didn't really know what the CPA entailed. You know, people just kind of throw it around and say, oh yeah, I'm getting my CPA designation, but you don't really know what goes into that. Just from my own experience, I think it's really helpful to just lay it out and explain what the CPA is and how you can get it, and then I'll go into the logistics of how you can fast track it. So, first off, what is the CPA? CPA is an accounting designation, just like how doctors and lawyers write exams, board exams to be a licensed practitioner. Accountants also have to go through this similar process in writing an exam and doing a bunch of things leading up to that exam to become licensed accountants. Now, not gonna lie, it wasn't until more recently I actually knew what I was putting myself into when I said I was gonna pursue accounting and get my CPA. Even as a student, I was kind of throwing that term around, not really understanding what went behind this whole process and how you get those three letters. And so I'm gonna break it down real quick for you. So in order to be a licensed accountant, a CPA, there are four key areas that you need to complete. Number one, you need to fulfill your academic prerequisites before you can even enroll into the CPA body. Once you're in the CPA body, then you're able to complete your modules, your capstones, capture your practical experience requirements, and then write your common final exam. And once you have all those things done, then you can become a CPA. So let's start with number one, academic prerequisites. So these are courses that you're gonna be taking in your universities if you're specifically in the accounting stream. To give you a little bit of a background of where I'm from, I went to school at UBC studying business, and I specialized in accounting and global supply chain. Within my accounting stream, there were defined courses that I had to take in order to graduate with an accounting concentration. All the courses that we have to take are recognized by the CPA body. Once we're graduated from undergrad, if we just enroll with our grades into the CPA body, we should have no problem getting into the CPA body. You should definitely check out your university course requirements and see what translates over to the CPA body, what they recognize. On their website, they do have a whole PDF of universities and other institutions and the specific accounting course codes that they recognize. You need to make sure that your courses that you're taking can translate over. Otherwise, you do have to catch up and take those prerequisites before you can enroll in the professional education program. So, assuming that you've finished all your academic prerequisites through your university, now you're in the CPA body. But what does that even mean? Can you just get your CPA? Can you just write your exams? No, you cannot just write your exam. Within the professional education program, you're supposed to cover 2 core courses, 2 electives, and 2 capstones. Within your 2 core courses, there are 6 integrated core competency areas, including financial reporting, strategy and governance, assurance, tax, finance, and management accounting. Within core 1 and core 2, you're doing cases that touch on all these integrated areas, but in core 1, I think you focus more on financial reporting and audit. Correct me if I'm wrong down below. Anyways, core 1 is done before core 2. Once you're done that, you're doing 2 electives, but depending on whether you're specializing in audit, then you have no choice but to take assurance and tax, like me. Now, once you're done those 4 courses, you then have your capstones. Your capstone 1 is going to cover your leadership skills, professional skills, and integration of your 6 competencies. So you're doing a big case with a bunch of other team members, and you're gonna be presenting your solutions and your recommendations. The second capstone is your exam preparation that directly leads you into your 3-day exam. Now that you've done all your courses, your capstones, you can write your common final exam, otherwise known as the CFE. It's a 3-day, very comprehensive exam. Day 1 is 5 hours, day 2 is 5 hours, and day 3 is 4 hours. In day 1, you are doing your case based off of your capstone. They're just giving you new information, but based off of existing case facts that you know, and you're just building out a case and writing your recommendations. On day 2, you have this exam called the comprehensive exam, and it's gonna be a very extensive case. I don't even know, like maybe 10 pages, more than 10 pages. You have to go through a bunch of different appendices, and then you're writing, again, your recommendations, and it's gonna be very thorough, and it's probably gonna touch on all the core competency areas because you have the time for it. You have the multis, and so you might be writing 3 to 4 shorter cases within the 4 hours. So if you do the math real quick, you only have about 60 minutes to do a case. So it's very time crunched, unlike the other 2 days of exam writing. That will take you to the end of your studying and all that stuff. And once you pass your common final exam, then you just gotta make sure you fulfill your qualifying practical experience requirements, which includes doing 30 months of practical experience. If you're able to check off every single thing on that list, pass your exam, get your 30 months of work experience, then you can get your CPA and add that to your name at the end. And so that was a very extensive list of things that you need to do, and it can be really overwhelming. And normally the timeline of this path is 2 years, because think about it, once you're done your undergrad, you're in the PEP program, but you're working full-time. So how do you work full-time and study full-time? You can't. So you're gonna be doing your core courses, your electives, and your capstone part-time on weekends, after work. So if there are 4 courses that you need to do and it takes 2 months each, that's 8 months. Then 4 months is dedicated to busy season, so that covers 1 year. Then you have your capstone, and that's gonna take about 2 to 4 months, and then you're gonna be writing your exam. And you also need to get your practical experience. And so this whole journey really does take 2 years. But what if I told you there's another way that you can actually write your exam sooner? You still need to get your practical experience, but in terms of your studying, you can fast track it. Here are 2 options that you can fast track your CPA journey. Number 1, you can fast track your CPA journey by yourself by enrolling in the PEP program and doubling down on your courses the summer before you start full-time, which means you're gonna be doing 2 courses within 2 months. In the second wave, you're gonna be doing another 2 courses. And then while you're working, you don't need to think about your courses at all. And that will take you to next summer where you can complete your capstone and then write your CFE. Again, I wanna illustrate that you still need to complete your practical experience, but you can shorten the duration of your studying. So that's one method. You can fast track it on your own. Some of my friends have done this, and they found, friends to be study buddies, and they were able to get through the program. But I want to highlight the next alternative because that's what I did over this summer. You can fast track your CPA path through an accredited program. I did an accredited university program at the University of Toronto, Rotman School of Business, and their program is called GDiPA. It stands for Graduate Diploma in Professional Accounting. It is a great program. It is a 12-week accelerated, jam-packed program where you're able to complete all your modules. So your core 1, core 2, and your 2 electives, that's gonna be encapsulated in that 12-week time span. So you're not fast tracking in 4 months by yourself. You're fast tracking in 3 months with the help of professors. You have TAs to mark your exams, and you have 150 other students to go through this program with you. I'm so glad I did this program, and I loved it so much that I am an ambassador for them now. So you can ask me any questions that you have about the program specifically, but I would love to now take the time to dive into what the 12 weeks looks like and what you can expect. As I said, within the 12 weeks, you're able to complete all 4 modules, and that's gonna cover your 6 competency areas: financial reporting, managerial accounting, tax, strategy and governance, finance, and audit and assurance. You're gonna cover all these 6 integrated areas. You're gonna pick up on case writing, and you're gonna have a great network of other peers that you can lean on, you can support throughout your CPA journey. In fact, through this program, I was able to meet so many people that I am currently working with now, and it's just nice to have that friendship going into your full-time job. These are just some really great perks of the program, but what does it actually look like? Each week you can expect about 10 to 15 hours of instructional time. You can expect to be in school for about 3 to 4 times a week, and your classes are going to be running from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. Within one day, you're covering 2 courses. And so it's jam-packed. Now, outside of class time, you also need to put in about 10 hours minimum each week just to do timed case submissions, debrief your notes, and study technical materials. And so it is a full-time job being in this program. I don't think you can really work. I personally did not work while I was in this program. All I wanted to do was focus on getting through the course materials. In addition to your courses, you also have the opportunity to do 2 case competitions. Really great opportunity just to build your presentation skills, meet industry professionals, and to get closer with your peers. I personally really appreciate being in a classroom setting and having instructors leading us and facilitating, also just teaching us things that we would have never thought of. For example, like case writing skills, learning how to read between the lines, what the case writers actually want us to achieve within the case. These are things that you only pick up through experience, and so having your TAs mark your time submissions every single week, having your professors debrief with you, and also giving you feedback and seeing how you answer questions, fantastic way to learn. And I personally don't know if I would have been able to get the same amount of knowledge if I studied on my own. And so I hope that was really helpful, giving you a brief overview of what GDiP is and what you can expect from the program. They currently do have applications out. Their application deadline is January 11th, 2023. Now note that you do have to be a graduating student in order to apply for this. And they will be asking you for your transcript. There are lots of informational sessions that are coming up, virtual and in person. So I highly recommend checking it out, and I'll link that all down below. They have 1 intake per year. I do want to make a quick note about the finances. Depending on your work situation, some employers, and this includes all the big 4 firms, they pay up to the amount of the CPA modules. That's definitely worth investigating. I would say this was definitely the right choice for me, and I am a huge advocate for the fast track program, so I highly recommend it. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me on Instagram or YouTube here. Happy to answer any questions that you might have. This is going to bring us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.